So you probably already knew that a Book of Mormon prophet named Nephi prophesied about Christopher Columbus discovering the American continent. But what you probably didn't know was that that exact same prophet in the Book of Mormon, like just a couple chapters later, was commanded by God to build a ship and sail across the ocean to the American continent. You also probably didn't know that his journey across the ocean almost directly mirrors the journey of Christopher Columbus himself. Now, when Nephi was commanded to build a ship and to sail across the ocean, his brothers, who were going to be serving as his crew members, did not believe that he would be able to build a ship that could make the journey. Christopher Columbus's crew also did not believe that his ships would be able to make it across the ocean. Now, they complained against Columbus so much that he actually ended up having to rebuke them and remind them that their journey, their voyage across the ocean, was something that was divinely inspired and that God would protect them. He actually made his entire crew go and confess of all of their sins and turn to God and devote their voyage to God before he was willing to set sail. Nephi in the Book of Mormon did the exact same thing. Now, when they were sailing across the ocean, both crews, mind you, they made it a few weeks in, and the crews began to doubt the journey. Nephi's crew forgot that they were ordained of God. Their compass stopped pointing where they needed to go, and they began to become scared. Columbus's crew also noticed that their compasses were not working the way that they were expecting them to, and they were worried because they had never been on sea for that long before, and they began to plan a mutiny against Columbus. Nephi's brothers also planned a mutiny against him. Now, they actually carried out their mutiny. Nephi was able to rebuke them and gain control of the ship again. Columbus, before they mutinied, was able to rebuke them and maintain control of his ship. Now, Columbus and Nephi both, back and forth multiple times, had to rebuke their crew and remind them that their journey was divinely inspired. Now, Columbus made it to America safe and sound, but on their way back to Europe, they hit a storm where it was so bad that the entire crew thought they were going to die. And they turned to God and they started praying, confessing of their sins, hoping the Almighty would save them. Nephi, before they made it to America, encountered a storm that was so bad that they thought they were going to die. Now, you can interpret these two stories and their relation to each other any way that you want, but I should point out that that story of Christopher Columbus that I just shared came from the History of America, published by William Robertson in 1777, and it was the most influential book of American history published in that time.